No. Hello, and give me a hold on. Oh no! Oh Jesus Christ! I really done fucked up this time. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hello, and welcome to another scene in World of Darkness. It's it's too early to be a changeling after dark scene, so it'll be nothing could go wrong, you guys, because it's a changeling during the day scene. So there's not going to be any like heart wrenching tales or shit like that that I enjoy.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Hey, I have a reputation to uphold. Changeling during the day is not as bad as changeling at night. You guys are lucky I'm not getting off work till like 11, so there's not a lot of chance for changeling after dark anyway.
Pooh.
Yeah, unless people are still around at like 11 at night and I don't feel like dead ass tired, but we'll see. So, anyway, uh Kincaid has decided since he fucked with the spider and well, he made an enemy of the spider that he wants to go to the Spider Queen. Because, nothing could go wrong. So, the best place to find a big ass spider would probably be, in either a cave or the forest. But considering the spider you pissed off was in a cave, it's probably going to be in another cave. So, you have traversed through the dreaming, well, through the big forest that surrounds the outside in the dreaming of Dublin. And you've now made it to Biscuit. I don't need your commentary right now.
But before he's not Kincaid isn't a complete moron. So using his new contact, his buddy, the Shua, Aurelius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he will contact him and kind of explain what he's trying to do and see if he has any insight.
Okay. Aurelius, Biscuit, step up. If you want to get out of the cage so badly, step up. Okay, Aurelius would have told him, hold on, simply to, well, the best way to fix the problem would be to maybe give a gift or something to the spider that he pissed off, Sindri, instead of just going to the one above and being like, hey, fucking fix this spider mess for me that I got myself into.
Okay. So it likes things. What is it like?
It is a spider, Mr. Dunsarn.
Oh, okay. Because I like the little ones.
Are the little ones not giving you death threats?
Yeah, I'm used to that. I'm a red cat.
I suppose that is one way to think of it. Yes.
I mean, I thought fear was our thing, but apparently you guys are way better at it.
By you guys, do you mean the Slua?
I've heard tell.
Well, whereas you are very plainly seen and are something that can be faced, we tend to slink around in the shadows and it is hard to fight what you cannot see.
Hence the whole spider thing.
Exactly.
I can get behind that. That's good. But yeah, big huge spider hates my guts. Want to change that? And maybe have her show me how to talk to spiders.
Speaking to spiders, perhaps. The best thing I would say is to give her a body, something warm and lively that she would be able to eat.
like a chimerical thingy or like a people thingy?
Either one.
Wait, that thing can come in the real world?
No, but you can always bring a human into the dreaming.
That'd just be mean. But okay.
Well, you're giving it to a spider to eat, so.
Yeah. Good thing I don't like people much.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's either that or a chimera. Just something it can eat, something large and tasty.
So either way, I'm going hunting.
If that is how you wish to go about the situation.
Well, I don't want to just go buy it. That's not fair.
Because it would be dead then. And she does not like eating dead things.
It's not that I'm scared of her, you understand. It's just that, well, when Cece gets better, I want her to be able to come to my apartment without a bunch of spiders trying to eat her.
Of course, that I do understand.
I want to be the only one trying to eat her.
Mm-hmm. If that is all, Mr. Duncern, I do have work to get back to.
Yeah, you can go and thanks. Sorry for bothering you. Have fun doing whatever it is you do.
Click.
Motherfucker just hung up on me. I don't care. Home training. Anyway. Well, he thinks about it for like he sits down, looking at the spiders. He goes, I assume all you heard that, right?
They spell out die.
Okay. Let's try it with a Y this time. Die.
They spell out DED.
You guys are amazing. I love you guys.
They make a middle finger.
That's right. I'm number one. All right. Going hunting. Want to come? You're always going to come. Creepy spiders follow me everywhere. Makes any sense. Yeah, he goes to like the market and like he's gonna go buy some pigs like at the freaking like fair that they have, like chimerical pigs. They got them. I can buy them.
The changeling market?
Yeah.
Okay. How many are you gonna buy, and how are you gonna buy them?
Oh, that's right. You need like what do they use for money? Like dross?
They can use dross or human money.
Okay, I got a job. I got like two. I can buy pigs. I can buy money. I got money. I got resources too.
Mm-hmm. And
I can make
pigs
stuff
aren't
happen.
too horribly expensive. I mean, they're pigs. Are you buying the little ones or the big ones?
Big pigs. Big pigs. Big full of blood pigs.
Okay, bigger pigs do cost a little bit more. They cost
I get one big pig.
Yeah, you can get you can get like 2 of them and still be okay.
All right. I got a strength of 4 and a survival of 3. I think I can control some pigs on the way to the one place. Is that like a thing?
Yeah, that's possible.
Okay.
Especially considering the stable is on the outskirts of the changeling market. So all you have to do is like drag them through the changeling market, and they're big fat pigs. They're not like hogs or anything. They're pigs. So
I still wish there were hogs. Never hog killing. It'd be amazing.
yeah.
Anyway, you wouldn't know nothing about that. You ain't that from that far in the country. Anyway, he's got them.
Surprised.
Mad respect.
What do you mean? Yeah,
he's got them.
There aren't a lot of hogs here, but there are some that people go out and hunt. It's not as common though.
It's a thing. He's got them on like a rope kind of thing, and he just kind of drives through the market doing good pig and growling at them, and then gets to the stables, and Where's the stable master?
Um, the stable master that was there previously, the young Eshu, she is no longer there.
She's been let go.
That's a nice way of putting it. Yeah. Oh. Now in her stead is a youngish-looking clericon, who's just sitting there, kind of picking at her fingernails with a knife.
Oh, they put the goon here. Okay. Got a knife goon up in here. Okay, got something for her. Excuse me.
Doesn't even look at you. She's still picking at her nails.
Oh, great. It's Iki, the cleric.
What?
Look. Hi.
What the fuck do you want?
Spending willpower to not red cap the fuck out right now.
Okay. And okay.
I need to...
She is tiny. She's like 5 foot. Brilliant red hair, and she's okay, she's tiny and cute, but she looks like she could throw a punch.
Great. So you're trying to turn Kincaid on. Thanks, Kim.
What the fuck? Well, maybe if he didn't get turned on by like everything, I wouldn't have this problem.
He is turned on by tiny, dangerous people and weird, unearthly people like the frickin' Minuet.
So like everything in Changeling.
No. You gotta, like, to be the Minuet level, you gotta be Minuet level. So, like, that's the bar. Anyway, he gets over to where he goes. He just kind of, he doesn't leer. He does loom a little. And then he says, I need to see the spider in the cave.
Do you now?
Yep.
And why might that be?
We have to have a discussion.
You have to have a discussion with the spider.
Yep.
She kind of looks over at the...
I'm not lying.
She looks over at the 2 pigs. These spiders have jumped onto the pigs. And in spider fashion are actually going into the ears and the noses of the pigs, causing the pigs to, start squealing and shit. Because it's unpleasant having, arachnids in your ears and your nostrils.
He will at the pigs. I will scare the shit out. I will try and intimidate them into silence.
Okay.
Come on, they're pigs.
No, you don't have to roll with that. They do get quiet, but now they're kind of like bashing their head against the stalls and whatnot, trying to get the spiders out of their ears.
He would look at the spider and goes, if you guys make it so that these things bleed out, she's gonna kick your ass.
A couple of them crawl out of the... Well, not all of them could fit in the ears anyway, but those that were in the ears, they crawl out still on like the pig, and they'll flip you off again.
Asshole spiders. Gotta love them. So, you got a boyfriend?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
She just rolls her eyes and points to the door and says, "Go see the fucking spider."
I thought so. I'm Kincaid, by the way. Maybe you've heard of me.
Yeah, and you're not my type.
What? What's not your type?
A penis.
Oh. Maybe I'll introduce you to my girlfriend when she gets better. She's a pisky.
Still pointing to the door with the knife.
She's got a knife, guys. That means she's fun.
Did you say that to the spiders?
Yes. He's completely oblivious to the fact that they hate him and want to kill him. He thinks that they're little buddies now. He doesn't care. Because in, like, Beast, like, if you read the Legacy of the Beast, you're the biggest monster in the universe. Nothing else gets to be a big monster.
One way to think about it.
I'm living the legacy, Kim. I'm trying.
Almost certainly, indeed.
Yes, and then he will get to the cave and say, "We'll go tell her I'm here."
Are you telling that to the spiders?
Yeah.
The spiders don't get off, and they're starting to like weave webs like on and in the spider's ears, or the pig's ears.
Okay. What is this? He said the name, her name again. Is it Siley or what's her name again?
Sindri. Get off my work shirt. I don't need you pooping on it. Thank you.
Put your damn poncho on, Kim. Damn, you know this bird too.
I don't want to put my poncho on. It's hot.
Okay. He gets back. He goes, "Sindri, it's the red cap. You paid. I brought you presents."
So once again,
He kicks one of the pigs and makes it squeal.
So you see 8 red gleaming eyes look out at you from inside of this cave, and they are filled with hate and malice.
Right.
But she doesn't appear to leave the cave.
Okay, Sindri, we need to have a talk. Changeling to giant chimerical creature. Now, I understand that maybe what I did wasn't something that you wanted me to do, and the fact that you hate me with a burning hot passion. We can work past that, because I brought bloody pigs.
So the spiders get off of the pigs and they stand in front of you and they just spell out UDED.
I don't want you to kill me, Sindri. I need to talk to you. Come on, we can work this out. I brought pigs.
She will very slowly walk out, of course, towering over you because she's like a 20-foot fucking spider when she's all standing up. And you also might think she has metamorphosis, so she can make herself appear bigger when she wants to.
I hate you.
Welcome. It's actually shapeshift. It's the chimerical reed. They don't have arts and shit, but anyway.
I love reeds.
Some of them are actually pretty good. The other ones aren't so cool.
Terra is my favorite.
Mm.
Their feet
So, yeah. Actually, one that I need to find again. Where'd it go? Oh no!
You can read it, I already know it.
Biscuit, asshole. Sorry. So I'm going to need you to roll Dex Athletics.
So I'll be rolling Dex, which is just 2. I'll roll my 2.
Okay, well, that's still one success. Let's see what she gets. Oh, damn. Well then. So when she walks out, you see that she's got a glistening web between her two forearms. And as she walks out, she just kind of looks at you and she throws the net.
Oh.
You try to get out of the way, and you do get out of the way for the most part. The net is kind of off center, so it wasn't as perfect as she would have liked. But since she got 2 successes afterwards, even though because you took away 1, you still are trapped in this webbing. You can tell it's not that strong. But you are just kind of wrapped up to the ground right now. I mean, you're not like on the ground or anything, but it's kind of like those, like you see in the movies when people just kind of shoot that net out, and it's like that.
Okay.
She will walk out, but she'll ignore you, and then go for the pigs.
Sindri, I know you can talk.
She will lean down to where her face is inches from yours, and in a very soft voice, she'll simply say, "And perhaps I can, but I have no wish to speak to you using this barbaric tongue."
Well, that's what I'm trying to learn. The way the spiders talk.
No.
Oh, come on.
She kind of ushers the pigs, and by ushers, I mean she just kind of kicks them into her lair, where they promptly get caught in the many webs that are in there. And so all you hear is the pigs squealing. And then she will look back at you in a very disconcerting, creepy way. She does shrink again, where she's not as tall, and she will take one of her spiny legs. They're not like tarantula, like hairy though. They're chitinous and everything, and she'll rub it against Kincaid's face, like trying to get his cheek, but it's a big appendage to kind of manipulate that easily.
Okay.
Biscuit, what? And then she'll say, "And why would I teach you to speak like I do?"
Okay. Here's the thing. In changed stuff. I know you don't care. We have to have a lot of. Okay. I have decided as an unseemly red cap that fear and terror are my thing. You guys have a whole different kind of fear and terror without being able to understand you. I can scare anything. I can walk up to it and I can make it piss itself. I'm a red cap. That's what we do. This, you don't even have to do anything. You just kind of are. I need to learn how to do that. And to learn how to do that, I have to understand spiders, it seems. If you didn't say anything, you didn't do anything, you just were there. And well, no sense to me because I'm used to a fear that You walk up to someone and you grab them and you take them and you like all rep. Heard of Sindri. They walk through the door and there they are, terrified, shitting their pants. That's the kind of power I need. I have to protect someone, and I need all the tools that I can do to do it. This would be an awesome. What can I do?
So, you wish to learn how to become a spider?
Closest thing to fear incarnate I've ever met is you, Sindri.
Yet, there are those who keep us as pets and are not afraid of us.
That's because they don't know any better. They do the same thing to Redcaps. They try and buy us, try and get us to fight their wars and be their bullies, do all the bad things. All the while, Redcaps know the same thing that you do. That we're only caged because we want to be. We can escape anytime we want. We both know that.
And after all you have done to me, do you really believe 2 pigs are enough to warrant me teaching you anything? And forgiving you?
No, but a heartfelt apology and an oath might.
Come with me, she mutters as she begins to kind of wrap you up. Are you going to try to get out, or are you just gonna go with it?
I will go with it.
Okay. So she wraps you up and, well, drags you further into the layer. And deeper you guys go, further and further down. After about 10 minutes or so of going through, it's been a while because she moves pretty fast. So you can guess you're in a rather large layer or underground tunnel system. And you begin to hear more and more chittering. And lots of spiders moving around the further in you get. Eventually, you are kind of unceremoniously dropped into the middle of a large stone cavern. There is a hole at the top that lets in slight moonlight, even though when you walked in, or when you were outside, it was very bright and sunny.
Yeah, that's weird.
And it's only been 10 minutes and it wasn't close to getting dark. But here in this cave, there is only moonlight. And holy hell, there are a lot of red gleaming eyes and clusters of 8. There are a fuck ton of spiders.
Sindri, where am I?
You are somewhere. And
He goes, "You're like Minuet creepy."
I do not know who that is.
She's a scat that's noble.
I do not care to know what that is.
Okay, I won't tell you.
So she unwraps your face and everything, and you're just kind of laying on the ground still. But your head is no longer wrapped up, nor is your hair. Well, At least not like the top part. And then the chittering gets quiet as Sindri begins speaking in that chittering voice again. When she stops speaking, she kind of bows, and then a few moments later, a large huh? Hmm?
A bigger spider shows up.
A bigger spider shows up, yes. And this one looks ancient, and it just gives off that kind of old radiance of I am old, I can fuck you up with a glance, I am wise, pretty much the embodiment of what it means to be a spider. Unfeeling, uncaring, primordial, all of that.
I'm trying to be
And
that. Though. Be that when I grow up. Yeah.
goals.
I came to the right place. I'm gonna die, but I don't care.
And she walks forward and she looks at you and in an ethereal yet it because it's weird. When you hear an ethereal voice, you expect it to be, you know, kind of echoey and well, what one would expect would be like the voice of an angel. Instead, it still has that echoey quality, but it sounds like that of a crone. Old and gravelly. And it simply says, Biscuit, come on. Biscuit, stop. No. No doobie doo. Pretty boy. Okay. And it says, who are you to be coming here to learn how to be a spider?
I'm Kincaid. Dunsard. Red Cap. Trying to learn fear.
You are a red cap. You already know fear.
Nah. I know part of fear.
And is not a part better than none?
I want it all.
I am certain you do.
I got a big appetite.
And why should it be that I care that you have a large appetite?
He thinks about it for a second and he says, you wouldn't. That's not the point. He goes, I'm a half of a, like Dreamer 3, I know I'm half of a soul thing. I know about Arcadia and all that other shit, right?
You know a little bit of it. You know that you are half a soul. You know you are half a soul because, of course, you remember your human memories and shit like that.
Yeah. Yes. I am half of what I can be. I have half access to the power that should be mine, but isn't because I don't want to die. So I have a human half and I have a fey half. I was gifted with the natural powers of a red cap. I love my power. And in that understanding, I've embraced winter, the true winter. Symbol winter. That fear of the coming of the end of all things. If I felt that. I've never felt that before. They tell us this is how it was like in the days past. Under the ground. Hidden. Kept away from everything. Being the true fear in the night that things were terrified of. Being built out of those dreams. But it's like a little piece of it. It's like a little taste. Like a nugget. I'm a cook. It's an ingredient. I need the whole meal. You have some of that, or all of it. I need it. Fear's not just a weapon. Fear's what I want to become.
And why is it... She stops speaking and she walks forward again, kind of unceremoniously prodding you in the side with one of her arms. And she'll say, perhaps that it is because that is not your fear to have. We are closer with Slua, slinking and hiding. That terror is ours. Your terror is like a tiger hunting in the forest. Its prey knows that it will be killed at any moment. You show your stripes to increase that fear. Why do you want what is ours as well when you already have your own, that which we cannot have? Why do you wish to drink from both cups?
They gave me this hunger. I didn't ask for it. Some of us try and fill it with meat. Some of us try and fill it with sex. Some of us try and fill it with all manner of things. But we're all trying to eat. We all have hunger. My hunger is for fear.
And yet, you have your fear already.
It's not enough.
It does not matter. No amount will ever fill your stomach. So no matter what we do, and no matter what we teach you, you will still not ever be satisfied.
But you'll have an ally who will fight for you. With you, if need be. You said it yourself. I'm a hunter. I'm a tiger. I can fight. I can kill anything. With you. We change things. We don't even look at the rest of the training as something else, as anything else. We all think that Lost in Arcadia are the only things that matter. There's more out there. There's so much more fear. There's so much more. Until I met Sentry, I didn't know that. But I know that now.
You talk of being an ally to help us fight. Why is it that you assume that we get into fights? No one ever comes into our caves. We are left alone.
True. I don't know your ways. True. I don't know that you'll ever need me. But there's no reason for me not to offer what I can have. I can only do what I can do. This is what I know. I'm a hunter. I'm a killer. And I had this hunger for this. And y'all had it. And if it's even just a taste, I'll take it. This is the dreaming. The dreaming always wants something in return. So what do you want?
You wish for a taste?
I want the food that meal. Taste all I can get, I'll take it.
She seems amused and she was, of course, kind of crouched ever so slightly down to speak with you. And then she'll stand up to her full height and she'll say, "Did you hear that? He wishes for a taste. all of the spiders begin chittering, and it gives this horrible sound that reverberates through this through the cavern you guys are in. After a moment's debate, they seem to be talking about something. The queen gets in on it as well as she switches back to their language of the chittering spiders. And then she'll lean back down to you and she'll say, "You wish for a taste, and then you shall be an ally. Is this correct?"
Yeah, that's what size. Yeah.
Fine. Swear it on your whatever it is that you swear on.
Kim. Kim.
Yes. What's up?
Oh, hello, Kimberly. Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to do something extremely crazy. I'm going to unleash winter that is fear itself, basically, and swear on the dreaming when I do that, so that they can see that it is fear and winter and fear and the dreaming that I'm swearing on.
Okay.
Is that a thing I can do?
Okay, so you just want to kind of swear. Okay, you want to swear on fear, pretty much.
Yes.
And you want to weave your words with fear.
Yes.
Okay.
So that they can see that that's what I'm bringing to the table. That sort of thing.
Okay. That sounds more of like a thematic kind of thing. But you can also
Totally thematic. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I do weird shit, Kim. I do weird shit, Kim. Yeah.
Instead of yeah, actually, instead of unleashing, what you want to do sounds very similar to a hardened heart, which is, pretty much just. Well, is it hardened? No, it is Terror of the Long Night. There we go.
Is that autumn?
It's Winter 3. You basically,
I have Winter 3.
Yeah. You basically, create intense and overwhelming fear and shit like that. So you can. Usually, you need a target.
I mean, it's a dice. This is a theme thing. I'll just spend the glamour for it.
Yeah, since there's not like a. We're gonna, for now, since it's mostly a thematic thing, and there's not really a target for this. You can go at. We'll let you spend a glamour, and you can activate the effect, kind of giving your words a. I don't want to say hollow and whatnot because there's, of course, your kind of fear and then their kind of fear, which would be hollow and scary and shit like that. Yours is more of a kind of out there biscuit. Hold on. Okay. Which is more of a kind of out there and in your face kind of I'm watching you fear.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's totally fine to do. Swearing on fear and the dreaming.
Yeah, I'll do that. I spend my glamour. I spend my friends. I will be their. I will be their ally in return for them to teach me to give me to let me have and learn and understand their fear. Yes.
Well, they said give you a taste.
A taste works. A taste of their fear. He's probably going to cheat me out of this. I already know.
Not particularly cheat you out of it. They will give you a taste. A taster, sir. A taste. All I ask for. So,
Okay.
after you swear it, she walks forward and says, "And I swear on the dreaming and on my home that I will give you a taste of the fear you so wish to wield."
That character will get played by a big giant old ass spider. I already know it. I'll be up here in this bowl, in a ball, crying like a motherfucker. Oh damn, I'm so dumb. Anyway, do you think?
It'll be okay. Don't worry about it. They're gonna give you a taste. So she wraps you up in her webs now. What are you, Iki? What are you doing? Oh my god, this bird is a dumbass. Sorry. And yes, I totally did name my teals after Saisho and Ikiro. I'm a fucking nerd. And Iki is completely an asshole as a bird as well. So, she'll she'll fucking whap you up, because now we're atrial rhythms. She'll wrap you up in her web, and this shit is dense. Of course, it's breathable and shit, because it's spider silk, but you can't see anything, and you can't really move. Whereas before, when Sindri wrapped you up, you could still see a little bit, because she didn't really cover your eyes or anything. The queen does. And then she'll lift you up, almost coddling you. She's being as loving as she can as she brings you deeper into the cave, and you lose track of time because you can't see anything, and you're slowly just being rocked back and forth, and eventually she ends up bringing him into a room, or at least you assume it's a room, where you're then hung upside down. And you can hear wailing from so many different creatures. You can tell there must be a lot of birds in this room, because you just hear, well, birds. Like the ones in my background, just kind of squawking and squealing, screaming to get out. You hear the roar of dying animals everywhere, and then people calling out for their loved ones. Actually, not many. There's like 2 or 3 people. You can't really tell if they're changelings or if they're just humans that accidentally stumbled upon a trod, because that does happen. They don't last long, but it happens. Okay, your time to squawk has come.
Is it creepy as fuck?
Look, you wanted a taste. She's giving you a taste. Actually, as you come in, you kind of hear them call out, "Please, please let us go. We're sorry. We'll never trespass again in your caves. I'll make sure to tell no one to come across here again." And you just kind of hear, she doesn't actually revert back to, your guys' language. She doesn't speak English. Instead, she just kind of soothingly chitters to them. And then she'll lean forward, and you can feel her face very close to yours, and then she'll speak again, and she'll say, "I will come and collect you, sooner or later. for now. Do experience and indulge yourself in this taste that we have given you of our fear. And then she will walk out. Um, 2 days will pass where you were just left up there. And then, surprisingly enough, Sindri will actually... Well, okay. Sindri will come and get him and actually unwrap him, where you can see there was absolutely nothing. This room was completely dark. And during those 2 days, a lot of spiders came in and worked around him, and they took down a couple of the weakened creatures, probably for food, of course. This is probably their storage room. But she will come and unwrap him in the room, of course, eating her silk afterwards. And then she'll say, "And how did you enjoy your taste?"
I hunger.
Don't you always? Come, we have food waiting.
I go. Where the spider tells me to go. It seems like a good idea.
And they will lead you back out into the cavern. This time he can see, well, clearer again. The moonlight is brighter. And there... Hey, can you guys stop, please? I love you, Biscuit, but come on, just for a little bit. Okay. And there's actually a person, bound by web, though it's wrapped around their legs and their arms. And she'll push Kincaid forward. Just kind of tell him, "Go, sate your hunger."
Kincaid smiles a little bit. Walks over to the guy. And, well, I mean, I'm filled up on juice, so, I mean, I can't hold much of a understand, but I know what they want me to do. I think he thinks he does. So he slits his throat and drinks all the blood.
A couple of the spiders hang down from the ceiling of the cavern, watching you closely. And then Sentry will chuckle and say, "Good. Now, we do understand that you require more than just blood, and you have not had food and sustenance in 2 days. We will not put it past you to partake in the flesh."
He looks up with blood covering his face and goes, "I am what I am." And then he proceeds to nom.
Okay. Yeah, it's good food. You know.
Just like, this is secret for me.
Wow. It was a person. It was not one of the ones that they had kept in the room. This one was obviously well fed. Because they were like, "Well, our guest drinks, needs more than just blood. What a weirdo. We slew a better. But, we made a deal. We gonna go through on our deal. And we gotta make sure he doesn't die, even though, if he dies, we'd totally be okay with it. But, it's good. He fills you up. To which Sindri will actually kind of pat you on the head You're an interesting youngling.
You're really old, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not as old as the queen, of course, but I'm old enough.
Wait, is she doing human talk or is she doing spider talk?
She's doing human talk.
Okay, cool.
You can't speak spider just yet.
I'm working on it.
You working on it, right? Don't just take some time, though.
But yeah. What? That's it? I get to leave now?
No.
Today. What are we doing? Is there more fun? Is there more fun to do?
Show us how well you are at moving through shadows.
You mean being sneaky?
Indeed. You wish to learn our fear, and to do that one must be sneaky.
Pretty good in the woods. Not so good in the city. Because survival is how you do stuff in the woods, correct?
Mm-hmm. Well, to a point. I mean, your stealth is still, at the end of the day, stealth. You're trying to, like, sneak up on somebody. You're gonna need, like, stealth.
Okay. So, yeah. Great. I get to use the skill I don't have. It's amazing. I can roll 1 die for this.
Damn.
Yeah, the whole when I built the guy, the whole point was he was sneaky in the woods. But yeah, because in the city he just kicks doors up and buys people. It's gonna blow apart and see what happens.
Okay, 2 successes. So you sneak around the cave.
He had to take his necklace off before he did that, by the way.
He what, sorry?
He had to take his necklace off before he did that, by the way.
Yeah. So he sneaks around. It's about average for the most part, moving in between the various webbings and whatnot. You know, they watch his footing and they watch his techniques. And then when it... Thank you, Biscuit. And then, you know, when he finishes and he makes that circle, Sindri kind of nods her head. Give me a moment. Budgies. And says, "That was not horrible, but you need to do better. Your footing was off."
Okay, Sentry.
But that is enough for now. You need to go back with your kind. Remember the fear felt past. Oh. Remember the fear you felt the past few days, for it is easy to push someone into something that you yourself have felt before.
Yeah. So, when do I do the ally thing? Or is that a thing she's gonna show up and tell me about when she wants it?
When she wants your help, you will know about it.
Are the little guys gonna come back with me?
She's a spider. She can't really smile, but she will hand you a tiny sack of spider silk. It's very easily. That's a sack of spider's eggs that she just kind of gave to you. It's very small though. It fits. It's about the size of a quarter.
Okay, what do I do with this? Like, are they gonna hatch it? I get to take care of them?
They will.
Or do I eat them? Or do I eat them and they live inside my body? How does this work?
Do not eat my children.
These are your children?
Yes.
Okay. Just a bunch of little sundries in there. It's so cool.
Kind of gives you that side eye of like, bitch, I wish the fuck you would.
Okay. Kind of looks at it and goes, okay.
Bring them to your home and they will hatch. They will stay out of sight. And they will be envoys.
Can I give them glamour?
You can, yes. They will be helpful to a point.
Well, I'm not going to bother them a whole lot. I'll just kind of have them in the house and never bother them. Ever.
Indeed. Simply call for them whenever you need to get in touch with one of us, so you do not have to make your way all the way out here.
Okay, Sindri. Does this mean we're friends?
No.
Does this mean you don't want to kill me anymore?
No. You are simply less of an annoyance as you were previously.
Okay, then. I can accept that. I've got little Sindri.
Just kind of looks at you and rolls her eyes. All
She has 8 of them. That's terrible. Who wants an 8 eye roll? That's terrible. That's gonna make you feel like shit.
Well, you just got one.
I feel like shit.
She will then lead him out of the winding caves, and yeah, he was really, 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 really deep inside of these caves. They are massive. Tunnels are sprouting off everywhere as you walk down. And then, you know, he's back outside where it is daylight again.
He didn't have any weird marks on his body, like spider bites or anything weird.
It's funny you should ask that.
Why?
Around his hair in his ponytail, actually, it's a spider silk ponytail holder. Of course, the elastic band is spider silk.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Oh, that's cool. And he will go home and you know just put the little spider's egg silk up on the mantle and wait for them to hatch.
Mm-hmm. Before you go too terribly far, though, you'll see the Chloricon. She's out again, like letting the animals out to get some exercise and whatnot. And she'll just kind of look over at you and she'll say, "Huh, I had hoped you died. You were gone for a couple days."
Spiders.
Yes.
That's all he says. Spiders.
She chuckles. And you'll be on your way.
Yep, that's it.
That'll be that. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another Scene in Darkness in Dublin.